Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have quite a bit of, honestly, kind of a lot of news to go cover over here, where we're talking about number one, some pretty big updates when it comes to Elden Ring and the brand new stuff. We have some Resident Evil 4 news, which I'm going to be very hyped up to go and play and check out up on my Twitch stream, or as well, maybe throw up some nice little casual reviews up on the YouTube channel, in case you guys are curious for that one. We also had a lot more big drama when it comes to a lot of just PlayStation things. Number one, in regards to Xbox, canceling up a lot of their major games and a lot of more public outcry with that one, as well as also the brand new PlayStation exclusive. We have so much news to go cover, so let's go and cover it. As well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to hang out and chill and hang out on the stream itself. We also have the Target Amazon links too all down below, and let's dive into some, in my honest opinion, some kind of cool news. So as you guys may or may not have been seeing on my channel, and if not, maybe go check out the videos afterwards, we've been seeing a lot of really big upgrades when it comes to both games, game systems, and overall just kind of go in the next era of like a 2.0. But right now, we're actually seeing a lot of really good news when it comes to Elden Ring. So if you guys are kind of curious or picked up the game, I know a lot of my audience has because I've kind of recommended quite a bit. Number one is that the Elden Ring 1.09 update's now live on PS5 and PC. So in case you guys want to have a nice little recheck or check out all the stuff, it now has and supports ray tracing, ambient occlusion, ray trace shadows, and basically just made the game look a lot better with support of DLSS. So a huge update for all this type of stuff. And once again, we're seeing a lot of these big games making these next big major pushes to make everything good, to make everything smooth, to go and basically improve the graphics, improve the frame rates, and as well with us also pushing into like this Fortnite 2.0, this Unreal Engine 5.2, and all these big graphical improvements and optimizations. It does kind of seem like gaming in the future is getting a little bit more cooler and nicer. But one of the bigger issues is, as of today, we've kind of been seeing a little bit of a back and forth, and I would actually love to hear your thoughts. I always love these types of polarizing things where they're not necessarily that bad, but well, just depending on the person. So right now, if you guys want to, the brand new Horizon for Burning Shores is actually now available for pre-order. It's coming out very, very soon, but it's actually been a little bit on the kind of somewhat polarizing side. So as of right now, you do actually have to have beaten the game itself to actually have a chance to even play the DLC, The Burning Shores. As well, they also did go and confirm that Lance Reddick, who did go and sadly pass away, rip in peace to you, is also confirmed inside of the game itself. Now, this has actually been a pretty big and polarizing topic too, mainly because some folks are kind of in the middle. I myself, I'll be honest, I don't want to be scrutinized too heavily over here. I never actually beat Horizon Forbidden West. I'll be honest with you guys, I got pretty deep into the game, but it was a very, very long game, and Elden Ring, which was even what we showed up here in a second ago, it kind of took my heart, and that game was definitely at least in my opinion, better game. Though it did win Game of the Year, so I feel I'm allowed to go and say that. And then I just never went back to Horizon. It was a long game. It was a good game, but it was a long game. So some folks are kind of on the middle. I myself, I usually like these types of DLCs if you're kind of having it somewhat as a separate story or somewhat as a separate experience for when it does come to the game. Now, sometimes they do post-game content in terms of like what would happen with the story and the dialogue and all of that. Totally get that, and that's fine. I think it's good to have options and people to try different things. I just kind of feel like it's a little bit on the different side because I don't think I will ever actually go and play the game myself, or at least more so the DLC, unless I beat the game. And it can kind of go either way, which is why I'm kind of asking you guys if you guys like the idea of games doing this, because some people have been against it. Some people are like, I'm not going to buy it, like me, because I'm just haven't beaten the game. And if I do, I'll probably be Horizon out when it comes out. But some folks are on the opposite. This actually might be a good incentivization for anyone who was playing Horizon itself and never beat it, in like the same bucket I am, and they can maybe be like, okay, maybe I'll have a chance to revisit on the weekend or this next upcoming few weeks, or just kind of beat it casually, and then maybe go check out this DLC in the future. But as I mentioned, we have some of these types of different games. If you have to beat it, it's weird. Like a Ghost of Tsushima, you didn't actually have to go beat Ghost of Tsushima, I believe, to go do the DLC. So you had to get to a certain point in the game itself, and then you're pretty much good to go. So as of right now, it does seem like the pre-orders are live now for 20 bucks. If you guys are going to get it, leave a comment down below. But like I said, you do need to go and actually beat this. Seems like you have to beat the story itself. So it is a direct follow-up from the story. And I kind of wonder if that's also going to hurt the sales, because games that are really big, long RPGs don't always have the highest completion rates. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because as long as you get people buying the initial game, heck, if you could go have someone buy the game and if they play for 20 minutes, they still bought the game. They're still a customer. Now, if I was making it, would I be sad? Yes, but you still did go technically beat the game. So, I don't know. Some people have been very polarized on it. I'm going to be kind of curious what you guys think. We can go from there. Now, so just in case you guys are curious, do a little bit of a quick spoiler, nothing big. Basically, Resident Evil's been getting a lot of still really good reviews. We've had basically the rough time over here, and I'm going to probably check out this game too myself. It's been around like the 12 to around the 24-hour mark, give or take, in case you guys are curious. The reviews have been very, very, very good, and I can't wait to go play it myself. We're seeing a lot of 9 out of 10s, a few even 10 out of 10s, and of course, I think a lot of folks agree that Resident Evil 4 is their most and favorite iconic game. I myself never played it. I want to check it out, but all the good reviews, time frames, and everything else have been making me a little bit more on the happier side, and I can't wait to go and play it myself. Now, we've also been having a lot more kind of big issues and drama when it comes to Redfall. Now, you guys may have seen me make a video on this before, but the kind of discussion, like a day later, has gotten a little bit more on the heated side. Right now, basically, if you guys missed it, Redfall was canceled for PlayStation 5. Xbox specifically said they did not want to have it. It makes sense. They spent a few $1 billion on Bethesda. You shouldn't have to keep on going and giving money to Sony. They didn't spend the money, they didn't sign the contract, or had a contract in place already, and I think you should be fine. But people are also, once again, getting upset somehow for Xbox. Now, I want to still say, maybe hopefully I'm mentally normal, fingers crossed, is that I do kind of think the idea of Xbox, they paid for it, they are allowed to go and have the exclusives. Would I prefer every game to be on every console, such as, say, the PlayStation exclusives on PC or Xbox? Yes. Same thing with Xbox. Would have been kind of cool to have play like Halo and Forza on PS5. I just go and buy both. I have a PS5 and PC. It works out. But obviously not everyone can afford that. Not everyone's also a gamer, or not everyone's also someone like me who does YouTube videos, so they can't either justify it or afford it or just don't want to spend the money. Totally fine. But it's kind of going once again where people are upset about the PlayStation stuff on the exclusives. Same with the Xbox. Like people just want to have everything. That's also the internet. I think that's kind of a normal, I think in my opinion, kind of normal thing. So I kind of totally get it. But people have been discussing it, and people have, funny enough, kind of taken the viewpoint of Xbox being a scumbag. Now, it's funny because I kind of made that same call, and I was like, yeah, it's just weird because Xbox is trying to play like this, oh, we're loosey-goosey, we want everyone to have every game in the planet, blah, 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 that's just kind of them trying to appease regulators, and that's why I was always very skeptical to see what they're going to do. But at the same time, some people are just saying they just want to have exclusives. I'm in the same boat, but I think we all collectively know that's not how the world works, and I've seen even a few comments on that too as well. I totally wish, but businesses need to make money, they need to have a good reason to sell consoles, they need to have some reason for people to buy the consoles, and well, it just kind of just happens where Redfall was in that really awkward middle kind of mark, and they didn't really know what to do with it itself. So, I mean, I kind of get it, but people have been kind of all over the place, and that's why I think people are calling out Microsoft more so. Because as I mentioned in my prior video, it did kind of seem like they're trying to be like, hey, we're small, hey, we're exclusives, hey, like, PlayStation has all these really good exclusives, hey, we're not going to be spending all this money just to go and take this away from other people. And that's kind of been the big issue with the Call of Duty and the CMA and the FTC, is that they will probably assume they go and at some point will go and take this all away. That's why I'm always been worried about that 10-year contract, because once that 10 years is done, then you kind of lost Call of Duty forever if you're a PlayStation boyo. But at that time, I'm sure the landscape of games will be way different, and I'll be actually still almost kind of surprised if Call of Duty is still #1, with other big games such as Fortnite or things like CSGO, etc., still being so prevalent. Maybe one day we'll even have more random IPs, or who knows, maybe Halo might go and come back. But yeah, a lot of folks have been kind of talking about this and debating this up even more, and it does kind of seem like people are kind of upset on both sides, both on PlayStation, both on Xbox. It is the normal internet, so it kind of makes sense, but what else can you go and do? Now, as well, funny enough, even we did have, once again, even more kind of big analyst companies saying that Xbox exclusives are actually not enough to even go and make a big dent into the PlayStation 5 market share. This is a lot of these really big analyst firms, and I kind of want to hear your thoughts on this too as well. Kind of guess just a big commentary video, because I don't really think so as well. I think the PlayStation will be fine. It's more so we have to be worried about the longevity and turn up, because PlayStation has really good homegrown studios. Xbox, in all honesty, does, and a lot of Xbox studios, even for Gears of War or Halo, haven't been done so hot. But what would happen though if they somehow have Call of Duty, and they somehow also go and revamp all of their actual game studios to be a part of this and make it even better? Yeah, that's when things start getting a little bit more scary, a little bit more dicey, because they have the potential, they have the money, they have the funding, and as well, if they somehow get this Activision deal done, they might also have all the time too as well. So it's very intriguing though, because it does still seem like Sony has a really big market share globally, is making more consoles globally and selling more consoles globally, but at least at the same time, people are still trying to go give Xbox a bone. I'm indifferent. Like I said, I have a PC. I can play all these games on my PC either way. Same with my PlayStation 5. No matter what happens at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge or critique too hard hard, but I am always very, very curious to go and see what you guys think, especially with now all this drama, all people upset about Horizon, even exclusives too. I'll be very curious to see how well the sales even go from there. So I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Give me your thoughts and comments down below as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow, hang it over there. We also have the Amazon links for all the consoles too, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Subscribe, and we'll have probably maybe one more short little quick video later on throughout today.